Okay. Portia Obeng, social media strategist with over 10 years of experience in social media strategy and content management. She started before snaps were chatted, Instagram had stories, and pics were talked. And her current specialties are Instagram and LinkedIn. She works with people to help them and organizations understand how they can use social media, not let social media use them. She encourages them to step away from continuous mindless scrolling and figure out how to use social media to enhance their work, lives, and personal brands. Portia loves being Ghanaian, spicy food, dancing, live music, listening to podcasts, experiencing new countries, and reading a good book, preferably on a beautiful beach in Ghana. Ladies, let's welcome Portia Obeng, who will share about curating your social media presence.
Thank you so much for the introduction. Thank you so much for everybody for having me today. So I am going to talk to you about social media and specifically about LinkedIn and Instagram. So I'm going to share my screen. So give me a 1 in the chat if you can see my screen. Give me a 1 in the chat if you can see my screen. All right, I'm getting some 1s. Aubrey, Natalie, Gwen. All right, Charlene, you're with me. I'm seeing these 1s, Kathy. All right, thank you so much. So as you know, my name is Portia Obeng. I do hope that I'm able to answer some of your questions during my time with you today. If not, there's my email address right there, just in case I don't have time to get to the question. So if you do have a burning question when it comes to the social medias and all things internet, you can send me an email right there. And let's just get into it. I'm going to be talking to you about LinkedIn, as I mentioned, and then also Instagram. We're going to start with LinkedIn. So I was pretty much forced to learn how to learn how to use LinkedIn when I was laid off of one of my first jobs way back in the day in 2012. And then since then, I have worked on professional LinkedIn company pages, and then of course, optimizing my own personal LinkedIn page. And with my time with you today, I want to give you some information about LinkedIn. So if you're not on LinkedIn, if you're not active, you need to get active today. It is the largest social online networking tool for professionals with over 700 million users. And of course, the United States has the most users at 171 million users, but it is a very global platform. In fact, so global that on any given day, about 20 million jobs are open on LinkedIn. This is across the world. And now we know with more remote work opportunities, there are different ways for you to work across various sectors across the world. And we're not just talking full-time jobs. We're talking part-time jobs. We're talking internships, contract, temporary, freelance. It's all available on LinkedIn. And in case you hadn't noticed, it has also transformed the way that recruiters find talent. So now about 95% of recruiters are using LinkedIn to find talent. And it has also impacted how businesses do business with other businesses. So now about 80% of business to business leads are coming from LinkedIn. And if you do not have the LinkedIn app, I highly recommend that you download it. You do not need it for our time here today, but it is a fantastic app that has more functionality than you would get if you are using the desktop version. Now, one of the first things that I want to talk to you about will have you fill in yourself. And the reason why you will be filling yourself is because we will be talking about the LinkedIn headline. So it describes what you do, and it's one of the first things that people see when they go to your profile. It is this area right up here. But when I'm perusing around LinkedIn, I often find that people will leave this area, the headline area, as just the default that LinkedIn gives you when you sign up for your profile or when you update a new job. And that default is your current or most recent job role that you're in. So give me a yes in the chat if you currently have just your current or most recent job role in your headline on LinkedIn. This is all a safe space. We are all learning together. So yes, a lot of people will have just their current or most recent job role in the headline. Debbie, Latoya, you both have that. Sonia, yes, I can't pronounce the name. Tavidi, I hope I pronounced it correctly. But Maria, okay, so we got a lot of people who just have their current or most recent job role in their LinkedIn headline. But here's the thing. LinkedIn is a keyword-driven platform. This means that when people are going to find talent on LinkedIn. So say a recruiter is looking to hire somebody, or say there is somebody who's working on a project and they have a contract and they need a specific skill set that somebody has to help them complete the contract. When they go on LinkedIn, they're going to search for specific keywords. So it is up to you to use as many keywords as possible that are related to your industry in your LinkedIn profile. And those areas would be your LinkedIn headline, your LinkedIn about section, and your LinkedIn experience section. So starting with the headline, you want to use more than just your current job role, because of course you are more than just a job title, but then you also want to include those keywords from your industry to let people know what you do. And then also increases the probability of your profile showing up higher when somebody is conducting a search on LinkedIn. And the thing is, LinkedIn actually gives you 220 characters with spaces to use in that headline area to get as many keywords as possible. Of course, you want to make sure that they make sense in your headline. But the thing is, 220 characters. Lauren says she's changing her headline now. That's what I like to see. I like to see doers. I like to see people take action. So, but the thing is, you don't want to use all 220 characters because that gets a little jumbled in the headline area. So you want to use about 150 to 170-ish in terms of the characters with spaces. So let me show you what this looks like. So here's Alicia Smith, okay? So Alicia is a data analyst, and let's say that she is looking for a new job. So she has data analyst in her headline. The problem is, let's say a recruiter goes on LinkedIn and they are looking for a data analyst, but they also want this data analyst to have these words that you see at the bottom of the screen. So they're looking for a data analyst that also has data visualization, Tableau, Excel, analytics, and reporting as their skill set, right? But Alicia only has data analyst, so she's not going to show up very high in the search results when this recruiter is doing a search. So what she can do, she can glow up, right? And use about those 150 to 170-ish in terms of the characters with spaces. And then she can do something to her headline that looks like this. So a data analyst who hasn't met an Excel sheet I didn't love. I thrive in analytics, reporting, and data visualization. So let me give you a closer look at this. Again, the old headline, data analyst. The new headline, a data analyst who hasn't met an Excel sheet I didn't love. I thrive in analytics, reporting, and data visualization. Can you in the chat type for me some of the words that Alicia was able to incorporate into her headline that are the words that the recruiter was looking for when they went to search on LinkedIn? If you can in the chat, give me some of those keywords that Alicia was able to incorporate into her new headline. Excellent. So yes, Natalie, analytics, Audrey. Yeah. Oh, you got the whole thing. Oh, Audrey, she got all the gold stars. Okay. Yes. Sherilyn, Daphne, you all are with me. Fantastic. You are picking up what I'm putting down and I love it so much. So let me give you another example of a different format that you can take for your headline. Here is the old headline. And then the new headline. Actress, director, producer, entrepreneur, activist, 7-time NAACP Image Award recipient, Golden Globe recipient. This is actually a real person in real life who does not have a LinkedIn profile. I just made this headline up for her. If you can in the chat guess who this person is, you get even more gold stars. Yes, Lauren, there's a little joke with the Excel sheet in the headline. But yes, if you can guess who this person is in the chat, you get even more gold stars for the day. Again, I just made up this headline for her. I'll give you a hint about who this person is. Her mother is music legend, music gold. She herself, we're getting closer. She herself is quite funny. Tracy, Sonia, you got it. Yes, it is indeed Tracy Ellis Ross. It is her indeed. I just wanted to include this gif of her dancing on her well-known show, Blackish. But let me give you a recap of those formats again. So here we have a sentence format where Alicia was able to incorporate the keywords from her industry into 2 various sentences. And then we have Tracy, who was able to use pretty much all keywords in her headline. Doesn't matter what format you take, it just matters that you include those keywords in your headline. Okay. The next part that we're going to talk about is your about section. It is where you get to show people all of your receipts, all right? It is basically a statement that expresses your mission, your motivation, and it's basically an overview of your professional life, okay? It is where you get to tell people what you do, how you do it, and why you are so good at it. Again, what you do, how you do it, and why you are so good at it. And you get to use you actually get to use 2,600 characters. I need to update this, but yeah, you get to use 2,600 characters to let people know what you do. And you have to include spaces as well. So 2,600 characters with spaces to tell people what you do, how you do it, and why you're so good at it. And the problem is when I'm on LinkedIn, I see a lot of about sections that look pretty similar to this. So give me an I have in the chat. If you have seen any about sections that look similar to this on LinkedIn, give me an I have in the chat. Give me, yes, a lot of people have seen about sections that look exactly like this on LinkedIn. But again, as I mentioned, you want to include as many keywords as possible in your LinkedIn profile. And those places are the headline, the about section, and the experience section. So what you can do is blow up your about section. And I find that when I'm working with my clients, the thing is that with the about section, they typically struggle here in really expressing what it is that they do and then sharing their accomplishments because they feel like, oh, well, if I talk too much, then I'll be bragging. Well, you're not really bragging if you're literally just telling people about the work that you have already done. And it is your job to make it as easy as possible for potential employers or potential clients to understand what it is that you do and how you can help them solve their problems. So I encourage you, do not sell yourself short when it comes to completing your about section and your experience section. You need to talk about the accomplishments that you have done so that you can make it easy for people to give you the money that you deserve. Okay, so then here we have our about section right here. So I'm going to show you a couple different formats. So here we have a paragraph format. You just talk about your career story, right? You throw in your keywords right there. Then we have another format for you. We have the paragraph with the call to action. So you see here, this person created a nice little career story, letting you know how they got into the profession. And then what's really important is that they have the end right here, which is a call to action, which says, if you have any questions about school psychology, or if you're seeking somebody to speak on a panel or present at a conference, especially as it relates to students of underrepresented backgrounds, please reach out to me. So we have a call to action right there at the end. Okay. Oh, yes, Lisa. Yes, make it easy for, Lisa said, make it easy for people to give you money you deserve. Yes, that's my motto. I want to make sure that women make it very easy for people to give them the money they deserve. But back to our about section right here, but making sure that, you have a call to action at the end of your about section. It could be, for example, this person who wants to speak on panels or speak at conferences. It could be if you are looking to collaborate on projects with people. It could be if you are literally just looking for a new job, having people reach out to you for that. So that is how you leave a call to action. The next one is you can do a paragraph format that lists out your accomplishments. Again, these accomplishments are not about you bragging. These are about you showing how you deliver results so that companies or potential clients can hire you. So you see here in this format, this person listed out some of their key career accomplishments that show employers that this person can deliver results. Okay. And then the last one, here's actually my about section where I break down for you the services that I offer. So if you are a coach or a consultant, you can definitely use your about section to display to people these services that you offer. All right. So those are our different formats. Before I move on to Instagram, I just want to make sure that you all picked up what I put down. Give me a 1 in the chat if you can. If you picked up what I put down on LinkedIn, fantastic. You all are with me. I saw a question up here about, if somebody can capture that question. Oh, does it matter? Oh, so yes. So your about section needs to be human and open and friendly. So it needs to be in the first person. So always make it in the first person. Say, I did these things. I accomplished these things. This is what I can do for your company. You need to hire me and give me money. All right, excellent. So you all are with me. Let me move on to Instagram now. So Instagram, just some fast facts about Instagram. There's over 1 billion users worldwide who use Instagram now, and it's a relatively young platform. About 71% of the users are under 35, and it is a platform where people connect with businesses. So about 50% of the users are following at least one business, and about 45% of Instagram users are in urban areas. Now, can you in the chat guess for me about how many minutes a day the average Instagram user is spending on the platform? Can you in the chat give me a guess of what you think? 3 to 4 hours, Daphne, I hope you get 90 minutes, 2 hours. Maria said 30 minutes. Audrey said 90 minutes. These are fantastic guesses that I believe are probably more accurate. Instagram says it's about 30 minutes a day, which I believe is a total lie. Some of the other data that I found said it's closer to about 60 minutes a day. But with the way that, yes, lies are being told. Lies are being told. the lies are all lies. But yes, so the thing is that it's 30 minutes a day now. But in case you hadn't noticed, Instagram is doubling down on video content, which means they want people to spend even more hours on this platform. Can you in the chat let me know if you have noticed a decrease in the engagement that you get on the photos that you like, but more of an increase in, say, if you're sharing stories or maybe reels, or if you're getting on live Instagram? So tell me if you've seen a decrease in the engagement that you get on the photos that you are posting on LinkedIn. Give me in the chat, let me know if you've seen this decrease. Yes, so Gwen's seen it. Yes, so pretty much, yes, Carla's seen it as well. So yeah, definitely a decrease. Yeah, so basically Instagram told people, the CEO told people a couple months ago that they don't care anything about your photos anymore. They are basically trying to keep up with their two biggest competitors, which are YouTube and TikTok. And they want to transform Instagram into this, entertainment first platform. So if you do want to get engagement on Instagram, I do recommend that you engage with video content. And there are 3 ways that will primarily help you increase your reach and connect with your audience. The first one is stories. So stories are great for audience engagement. They are more spontaneous. They are more laid back. They're great for you to do on the fly. So say you go to an event or a conference. People love to see that kind of stuff. And then they are 15 seconds long and they disappear after 24 hours. I say disappear because nothing on the internet streets is ever deleted. And then also you can access your Instagram stories in your archive if you have a creator account or a business account, so they're really never deleted. And it used to be that you could only use links in your Instagram stories if you had 10,000 followers, but now, because of course Instagram is trying to get more people to use stories to keep people on the platform longer, they are allowing everybody to have links in their Instagram stories. So they are slowly rolling that out. And then as you see here, that is where you access your Instagram stories when you are on the platform. The next way is Instagram TV, which Instagram TV can be kind of tricky because you can access Instagram TV by going live on Instagram. So if you go live on Instagram, at the end of you going live, you can save that live and it'll show up on your Instagram TV. But that's the only weird thing about it. But essentially it's great for live content, but then it's also great for pre-recorded content. If you go live, you can upload it, for up to an hour or longer if you want to. But if you're looking to upload pre-recorded content, you can only upload pre-recorded content that is up to 15 minutes long to your Instagram TV. But if you want to do something that's longer than 15 minutes long, you can use the Creator Studio on Facebook. So as we know, Facebook owns Instagram and pretty much everything on the internet. So for you to do things in Instagram Story where you want to upload pre-recorded content, you will have to use the Creator Studio within Facebook to upload content that is longer than 60 minutes. So you might be wondering why would I want to do that? Well, let's say that I had recorded this webinar that I have given to you all today, and I wanted to upload that as an IGTV piece of content to my Instagram account. I would go to the Creator Studio on Facebook for me to be able to upload that content to Instagram. Okay, and then here is your Instagram TV icon right there. And then the last one is Instagram Reels. Let me make sure here that I'm here. All right. Okay. So the last one is Instagram Reels. Please give me an I have in the chat if you have noticed that Instagram has really been pushing Instagram Reels on your Explore page and to the accounts that they are recommending. Yes. Okay. So Lauren's seen it. If yes, Reels on 1000, Christina, that is correct. So they are drastically pushing Reels because they are really trying to catch up with TikTok in terms of capturing that younger audience. But in my opinion, it's a little too late. I do see TikTok being just growing infinitely more and more. I mean, just the progress that TikTok has been able to achieve in the few years that it has been out, as opposed to the amount of time that it took Instagram to get to that level. I do see TikTok becoming a huge competitor for Instagram in the long run. But basically, Reels are great for organic reach because they are trying to, like I said, compete with TikTok. And pretty much the only way for you to get good organic reach these days is by using Reels. And what I mean by organic reach is that you're not paying for ads. You're not paying to boost any of your posts. You're just posting content that people engage with. And when you have a good reel, Instagram will push that out to more and more people who are your followers or followers of your followers. And that's why sometimes you will see Instagram Reels that will last for a long time. So you see here, they have a long shelf life. A long shelf life on Instagram is like a week. So let's say you have an Instagram reel that you post on Monday, but you keep seeing that it gets more and more views up until Friday. This means that Instagram is pushing it out to more and more of your followers and their followers. So they can be up to 60 seconds long, but TikTok recently introduced a 3-minute long TikTok. So I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple months we see that Reels will also be 3 minutes long. And as I mentioned, they have a long shelf life. And then of course you can make your own, or you can remix a Reel. So that's when you see people doing the latest dance craze, or maybe doing a voiceover. That's when they have remixed a Reel. And then in case you hadn't noticed, a lot of the business accounts on Instagram. So, I like to follow Nike or Essence or XO Nicole. A lot of those accounts do not use copywritten music in their reels because it is frowned upon for business accounts to use those. So on Instagram, you can have either a personal account, a creator account, or a business account. And the last thing that I will leave you with, that's where you find your reels right there, is a lot of people will say to me, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to put on social. I don't know what to talk about. But the thing is, everything is content. And your content can fall into 3 buckets. You can either educate, you can entertain, or you can encourage or empower. Okay, so here are some things for you. So you can educate. So how-to and tutorials are the most popular form of social media content. They are viewed more than any type of social media content. I'm sure we have looked up how-to in probably the last week. Those are very popular. And then step-by-steps, so taking somebody through the process of something that you've done, those are also very popular. And then reviews. So I don't know if you've seen a lot of people will review a certain type of lipstick that they're using, or maybe a certain type of kitchen gadget that they're using. Reviews are also very popular. So your education content will perform well on LinkedIn and on Instagram. Your entertainment content, this probably performs better on Instagram than it would on LinkedIn, but basically the behind the scenes, that's great for Instagram stories and Reels. People love to see behind the scenes stuff of the work that you are doing. You may think that it's mundane to you, but to other people who don't know your process, they really love it. Ask me anything. So using the Instagram story features where you can ask people questions, you can ask people polls, that's also very popular. And then interviews. So going live with a fellow person in your industry or somebody in an industry that you're interested in getting into and having an interview with them. And then the last thing, the encouragement part of the quotes, those perform very well on LinkedIn. People love motivational quotes on LinkedIn. They love them, they love them, they love them. And then a story time, those also perform well on LinkedIn or on Instagram. And then advice performs well on LinkedIn and Instagram as well. So those are your content buckets. There's just an array of information that you can share that people would love to hear. So I do encourage you to start sharing content. So that is the glow up that I've given you. I talked about your LinkedIn headline, your about section, and talked to you about Instagram video. That is how you can glow up on the socials when you're out here on these internet streets. But I'm just kidding. I have a quick bonus for you, a very quick and easy bonus for you, a custom URL on LinkedIn. If you do not have a custom URL, I highly encourage you to update that today. It's easy for you to remember, so it's easy for you to share with people. And here is how you update your custom URL. You go to your LinkedIn profile. I'm showing you the version on the desktop version. You click this right here, edit your public profile and URL. Then you go here, you go to your little caret, And then there are a variety of things you can use for your custom URL. Of course, if you can get your first name and your last name, that's money. That's so beautiful. If not, don't worry about it. You can do your first name with a dash and then your last name. If not, your first name dash middle initial last name. If not, your last name, your first name, or then your last name dash first name. So there are just so many options that you can have for a custom URL. The main goal is just to get rid of all those random numbers and letters that are after your name when you have a non-custom URL on LinkedIn. I know I shared a lot of information with you all in a very little bit of time, but you got this. You can go out there on those internet streets. The main key is for you not to sell yourself short, okay? To really play up on your skills and your talents and your gifts and your abilities. And that is really all that I have for you today. There's my website right there. There's my email address. As I said, you can reach out to me. And then you can for sure connect with me on LinkedIn. If you do need any LinkedIn help, I do offer LinkedIn coaching sessions for women. And then I also love presenting at your jobs, at your corporations, at your nonprofits. I love giving this presentation a more fleshed out and full presentation to those people. So if you have any of those needs, definitely reach out to me and email me right there. Oh, thank you so much for your comments.
Thank you so much, Portia. You really should take some time to go back and read those comments. We were definitely live in the chat. If you heard me this morning when I jumped on, it was like you were listening to me and you spoke to me. Thinking about how I want to level up, you really just gave us some great tips on how to do so. And